The Madman! On to more Saviors of Uldum cards. We've actually got some really strong ones yet again. Beginning with Diseased Vulture, this is likely going to be one of the stronger ones. 4 mana, 3/5 Warlock Beast. After your hero takes damage on your turn, summon a random 3-cost minion. So the 4 mana, 3/5 stat line is already pretty competitive. Back in the day, the only thing you got with your 4 mana, 3/5 stat line was the word Taunt. And now you're getting to summon random 3-cost minions for small extra costs, which could be as little as 1 mana if you play Flame Imp or Crystallizer. And of course, you have Life Tap. And I'm going to estimate a 3-cost minion as a vanilla 3/3. If you're playing this alongside just a Flame Imp, then this is a 4 mana generating 6/8 worth of stats. And I don't think I need to really tell you how good a 4 mana 6/8 is. This is a card that really pushes a self-damage theme. And better yet, Zoo doesn't really have to adjust their deck too much to put this into their deck. They already have the Flame Imp, they arguably already have the Crystallizer. But yeah, I think this is just much better Vex Crow. And Vex Crow was close. Set Ritualist. 2 mana, 2/3, Battlecry, restore adjacent minions to full health. It's obviously going to be a great arena card, but can this have the makings of a great constructed card? There are a few minions out there that begin with less health. For example, Injured Blade Master and Damaged Stegatron. There's currently not enough of those, I'd say, to justify this kind of Set Ritualist and Circle of Healing deck. There's also Heal Druid, where you can use this to heal quite a lot of minions for a good base stat line of 2 mana, 2/3 as well. Reborn is a theme in this set, and when things are reborn, they come back at 1 health, so Set Ritualist could be a great card to follow up with that. We have yet to see big reborn cards, so depends on that, but if a good reborn card is seen, perhaps the Ritualist stock goes up quite a bit. Hosen Healer was a good arena card. That was a 4 mana 2/6, restore a minion to full health. This one restores 2 adjacent minions to full health, and is much more aggressively statted at a 2 mana 2/3. So while the uses for this card aren't readily apparent, this is clearly a really strong card. Because really, if you're able to heal, say, 4 health off of this, you're getting so many stats for 2 mana. Into the Fray! 1 mana warrior spell, give all taunt minions in your hand +2/+2. We've seen this effect before. Paladin gives all of your minions in your hand +1/+1 with Smuggler's Run. And Warlock gives the leftmost minion in your hand +2/+2 with Soul Infusion. This one manages to combine both into something almost strictly better. Every minion in your hand is getting +2/+2 as long as they have taunt. And we can see that Blizzard is clearly pushing a taunt theme for Warrior, and this is a strong card. The only problem, well, there are 2 problems. One, there aren't that many great taunt minions out there. There's Ziliax, and then you start thinking about the other stuff. Well, I mean, there is the Beast package with the Warbear, but really there's not many more. Furthermore, a taunt deck is by default just defensive and controlling, and there is a archetype already out there that is defensive and controlling. It's called Control Warrior. The big question is, could a taunt warrior deck possibly be better than a control warrior deck? And that remains to be seen. I'm a little bit skeptical, but maybe you mix and match the two. And let's go ahead and show a few of the taunt tools that Warrior could use here. We have Frightened Flunky, 2 mana 2/2 taunt, Battlecry, discover a taunt minion. So either way you buff the Frightened Flunky or the taunt minion that's discovered is really good. Given that there are currently only 2 warrior decks in the pool with taunt, this card and Armadillo, you have a very high chance of discovering Frightened Flunky a lot. Stonehill Defender was played a lot, and this has the same exact text as Stonehill Defender. It costs 1 less mana for only 1 less stat. Instead of a 1/4, it's got a 2/2. So clearly a very strong card, which you're probably going to see in quite a number of warriors. I could see, especially with this card, perhaps the turning point of the Control Warrior running the Rush package to the Control Warrior maybe just running good cards, including the Frightened Flunky. Also really good with Taunt Warrior is Infested Galvan, a 3 mana 2/3 with Taunt. Death Rattle, add 2 1/1 Scarabs with Taunt to your hand. It's like Igneous Elemental, except instead of elementals, you get taunts on both sides. Clearly, it's best to play the Infested Galvan, have it die, and it's got taunt, so it's gonna die. And then you add the 2/1/1 Scarabs with taunt to your hand, and then you play your Into the Fray, and you get 4/4 worth of stat value for Into the Fray. Or more, because you have more taunts in your hand. That does seem pretty significantly good. And then we've got some pack fillers to flesh things out. We have Anubis, Warbringer, 9 mana, 9/6. Death Rattle, give all minions in your hand +3/+3. Because what you want to do at the end of the game is to play a understated minion that does nothing on the turn it comes out and hand buffs you on turn 9, right? Not even fast hand buff either. It's slow hand buff. It's a death rattle. Maybe the creative madmen out there will be trying to use this with the rogue legendary Anka, because yes, a 1 mana 1/1 with death rattle, give all minions in your hand +3/+3 would be pretty good, but to have these two cards specifically align with each other, that's pretty tough to justify. We have Wasteland Assassin, 5 mana 4/2, stealth and reborn. Not very exciting for the Paladin Reborn quest. We're probably hoping for better cards than this. The stat distribution is fairly weak on the card. At its best, it looks like it's dealing 8 face damage for the decks that want to do face damage, or it's dealing 4 damage to 2 minions for the decks that want to control and trade with it. It is fairly slow at doing both of those goals. It's also a bit vulnerable to common cards in the meta, such as Warpath Dynomatic, so 2 health isn't a great place to be, even if you have stealth. Finally, we've got Pressureplate. 2 mana Hunter Secret. After your opponent casts a spell, destroy a random enemy minion. It's kind of like Cat Trick, in that it happens after your opponent casts a spell. Cat Trick got you a 4/2 of stealth, which is a 3 mana Jungle Panther, and Pressureplate gets you a 3 mana Deadly Shot. The catch is that your opponent gets to dictate when they get Deadly Shot, and a 4/2 Panther is just always generally good, whereas a Deadly Shot is not necessarily good, because your opponent could trigger this with something like a Mirror Image, and then you would be really sad because you got rid of half of their Mirror Image. There's a decent number of small cards in the meta as well right now, and clearly if you're pressure plating anything that's, say, 1 mana of value or a weak minion, then it's not great for you. That said though, just because Pressureplate is better than some of the Hunter Secrets out there, such as Misdirection, it's quite possible that it will see play as well in the Subject 9 Hunter Secret decks, just because having a 6 unique secret is solid in case you draw out one of your other secrets. When you consider that Subject 9 plus 6 secrets is already 7 cards in your deck of singletons, that does get you to thinking, maybe, just maybe, I can run that brand singleton hunter deck. So those are the cards. Look forward tomorrow, by the way, if you're watching this today, for my card reveal.
Out of the hall of explorers, and up from the dusty tomb.